everyone. Today we have our another new episode. 20th of the November, we are joining in Dubai, and beside that, we are also launching our business incubation in Australia as well as in China, and definitely in Gujarat. So we have very very important dialogue and discussions and networking sessions in Dubai. So these are the episodes. We will launch 5 different episodes for today, and it will be very interesting dialogue and discussions. And this is the representation of World Talent Economy Forum to develop Knowledge City. Uh, Professor David Smith, you continuously support World Talent Economy Forum. What do you mean impact investment? It's a 10-minute sessions, so you can give your presentations and a very good advice and strategy for emerging economy.
Well, Sharif, thank you for letting me be part of these focus activities today. Impact investing is an investment strategy that aims to generate really specific, beneficial social, environmental, other type of premium type of returns, in addition to in addition to the financial gains that you would want from any investment. Uh, it really looks at how to make these impact investments through many different classes. Some of them are to uh, enterprises to directly fund large activity. Some of these are in what's called impact investing funds, which really look to do it to choose investments in their funds that have the type of societal, environmental benefits, and then offer those funds to people. And the other is direct impact investment by individuals. And those tend to be more self directed and uh, impact very local regions where the funds and some of the other corporate type of impact investments have a much wider impact, but they're harder to quantify what it is. So some of the types of investments could be climate related. Some of them could be how to look at affordable housing, to how to sustain timberland and other type of environments like that. Um, there are so many different things. Some of the myth of impact investment, particularly as you look at the funds dedicated towards impact investment, is that they have a lower return. And McKinsey and some studies actually have found that they're really fairly similar to other types of investment. And uh, the top third yields about an internal rate of return around 34%. But there's typically about a 10% difference between them. Also, another type of impact investment is called microfinance and microloans. And you begin to see those applied in various different ways that you can take and use them. And that is a very powerful approach as you begin to say, what can I do with them? How can I generate it? The market that you see most of the impact investments in are agricultural, renewable energy, conservation, microfinance, really, and then access to basic services such as healthcare, education, housing. Uh, and those are some of the big ones. The personal impact investments are one which I particularly enjoy. Myself and some of my friends here in Austin, Texas, we have done individual impact investment, particularly in Africa, where we have gone to some of the villages where they do not have sustainable electricity, maybe electricity for an hour or two a day, and really cannot support industry. And we have helped purchase solar cells to generate electricity. We have helped provide funds to buy, for example, sewing machines that could form a local industry there. And and multiple companies have started providing for the people within these villages really to have access to electricity, have access to things where they can create their own personal industries. And this type of individual impact investing is one that almost anybody can do with low points. It can either be a direct investment or it can be a micro loan. And micro loans are another type of impact investment. So there's many, many different ways to do it, many paths to do it. Um, the big difference between general investing and impact investing is that an investor's attention really is to have a positive social or an environmental impact. And that's really essential to it. One that the impact investment also expects to generate a financial return or at minimum a return of capital. And you see these across many different types. One of the challenges with impact investments is it's hard to measure the impact, particularly on large impact investment grants, like from a NGO going to organizations, or some of these larger impact investing funds, which really are a type of mutual fund. It's really hard to go and judge the KPIs and the impacts of them, particularly since they have a range of them. It's much like you see in any mutual fund, but these are again targeted to have impacts, particularly in societal and environmental areas. And you begin to see it. There are beginning to be some work done internationally to put some benchmarks in place, to put some frameworks in place to help leverage these more. But you're seeing now all types of investments going in it, from banks, pension funds, wealth managers, institutional investing, corporate investing, individual investing, family foundations. And you're also seeing more government investors and development finance institutions who want to really look out to provide proof of financial viability for the private sector investors while targeting really very directed social and environmental goals. And so you're seeing a lot of this type of work in this area. And it's one where I think we're going to see more and more of this. Part of impact investment is a generational approach. The younger generations tend to want to see more impact from the investment they were doing, where some of the older generations we're looking more at return and at preservation of capital. And the term impact investment is a fairly new term. It was first, I believe, coined back in 2007, and then it was part of the CSR, the corporate social responsibility of the companies and things. But with the impact of new investment vehicles like the mutual funds, the microfinance loans, the microfinancing grants, they are really moving forward in a lot of areas. Another area we're seeing more and more impact recently because of the digitalization of it is in agriculture, and the ability to rapidly go and increase the yield and protect the soil and things, or the aqua culture as well. And these are ones which I think you will see much more benefits. Impact investment is something that is very good for the planet. It's very good for society. It helps address the different needs within both a local community, a local village, a region, a state, a nation, and particularly the larger ones on climate they're good for the world as well, because particularly climate change is not a local issue. It's a global issue, and you have to begin to address it on that level, and impact investment lets you begin to do that.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. David Smith, for your excellent contribution for World Talent Economy Forum. See you soon to another episode.
Thank you.